Hello everyone, welcome back to our weekly market analysis video with me, Frankie, your market analyst at Markets4U. In today's video, we'll be looking at the key economic events and data releases from November 25th to November 29th, 2024. I've already set up my screen to display the economic calendar from the traders room at Markets4U. I've set the dates from November 25th to November 29th, covering this week's important events in GMT. Please remember to adjust to your respective time zones. Let's dive into this week's events. Monday starts with the US Dallas Fed Manufacturing Index. Tuesday brings us several US indicators including Richmond Fed Manufacturing Index, CB Consumer Confidence, new home sales data, followed by FOMC minutes later in the day. Wednesday features Australian monthly CPI indicator and the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision. The US will release several key reports including personal income and spending, core PCE price index, GDP second estimate, durable goods orders, initial jobless claims, and Chicago PMI. Thursday will see Japanese unemployment rate, retail sales, and industrial production data. Friday concludes with Japanese consumer confidence, Swiss GDP growth rate, Eurozone flash inflation figures, and Canadian GDP data. This week's key market-moving events will be Wednesday's US data including core PCE and GDP, along with the Reserve Bank of New Zealand rate decision and Friday's Eurozone inflation figures. These releases should create significant opportunities across major pairs. Now, let's go to the technical analysis. This week, we'll focus on NZD/USD and Australian dollar to US dollar, as both instruments are highly sensitive to the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision and Australian CPI data. Let's start with NZD/USD. With the Reserve Bank of New Zealand interest rate decision ahead on Wednesday, the pair typically shows increased volatility during such periods. Looking at the daily chart, NZD/USD has been in a clear downtrend, trading well below the 20-day moving average, the red line. Key levels to watch for NZD/USD are support at 0.5772 and 0.5680, meanwhile, resistance at 0.5929 and 0.6025. The price has been making lower lows, with the 20-day moving average acting as dynamic resistance. The stochastic oscillator is moving towards the oversold territory, suggesting we might see a potential lower movement before bounce. The 0.5772 support level is crucial as Wednesday's Reserve Bank of New Zealand decision could trigger significant movement. Now, let's turn to Australian dollar to US dollar. The pair faces an important week with Australian monthly CPI data on Wednesday. On the daily chart, Australian dollar to US dollar has shown bearish momentum, trading below the 20-day moving average. Key levels to watch for Australian dollar to US dollar are support at 0.6441 and 0.6348, meanwhile, resistance at 0.6556 and 0.6647. The pair has been consolidating after recent declines. The stochastic oscillator is showing a potential bullish towards the overbought territory. The 0.6441 support level has become particularly important as it has acted as recent support during pullbacks. Both pairs could see significant volatility this week. Traders should be particularly cautious during the Reserve Bank of New Zealand decision and Australian CPI data on Wednesday, as these events can cause sudden spikes in volatility and potential gap risks. Remember, always manage your risk carefully and never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's it for this week's analysis. See you in the next video.